Hello everybody. Quick video today on something that I had happened to me yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you because it may happen to you. Any of these bad things that happen while I'm shooting and hunting, I want to share them with you, so maybe they'll keep you from making those same mistakes or having those same issues. Well, what happened was I got out and I've been shooting my bow a lot and shooting really good. And I recently got some new gloves. I've been trying new gloves and all that, and my shooting's been pretty good. But I came out here yesterday and I left all my stuff outside here. I mean, it's not raining, it's just the humidity was terrible yesterday. But I was doing stuff in the yard and I'd come back by and shoot an arrow or two and sweated down. And I noticed, like, I've been shooting like really good, arrow flight, everything perfect. So the more and more I got to shooting, it was sort of a hunting situation because I had done got sweaty, and if you hog hunting down here this time of year, you're gonna get sweaty. And my glove had got sweaty, everything got sweaty, and my arrows I started getting terrible arrow flight. I mean terrible arrow flight. So bad sometimes it would clang off the side of my bow. So I'm like freaking out, you know. We're gonna go hunting in 7 days, in a week probably, hopefully. So I go measure everything on my bow, and I'm shooting the same arrows that I had been shooting, and maybe I'm thinking I got them hanging on my quiver outside out here, so maybe the humidity got them. They're wood arrows, maybe the humidity got them, and they've weakened up in spine. And when I build my arrows, I seal them up good, and all these arrows, after they're built, they're dry and everything, I go back and respray them, not the feathers of course, but respray the whole length of the shaft with poly, with spray poly. I burn a whole can up on a dozen arrows. So I'm thinking there's no way, but I mean, you know, you can build a hickory self bow and seal it with whatever, and it'll still draw moisture down here, you know. So that's going through my mind. Maybe my arrows got weak because that's what it was showing, weak. And so I got everything measured. I went in the house, got some arrows that hadn't been in the weather, in the humidity. Shot, same thing, kicking way around left. So that ruled out my arrow problem. I even went and got a carbon that I had bare shafted when I first got this bow, just in case, you know, and it did the same thing. And carbon ain't gonna lie to you. So I got to thinking, I said, well, the only thing that's changed is my glove. I've been shooting a doeskin glove with natural material. This donkey is as bad as Daisy. Whenever I do a video, he goes over there and starts hollering. I hope y'all can hear him. Daisy's laying in the shade down there. But anyway, the only thing that I had really changed was that glove. And I had been shooting it and it shot good, but out here getting really good and sweated down, it had actually got real sticky. And I could not get a good, and it was my release. I couldn't get off the string. I was thinking, well, maybe it's my form. So I would draw the bow back, do the 3-second drill, close my eyes, bear down on my form, then open my eyes. And a lot of times you don't hit where you're looking then because you're going through all this other stuff and you open your eyes and you may not make a perfect shot. But every single time the arrow flight will be perfect. If your bow's tuned and it's shooting good, when you do that, because your form is perfect when you do that. Arrow flew out of there like to turn around, hit the target sideways when I did that shot. So I'm like disgusted. So I go in there, said the only thing that's changed is my glove. So I go in there and get my bear paw glove. It's got this man-made stuff on it, right? Immediately I started shooting bullets. I mean, I couldn't miss. Every shot wood arrows, carbon arrows, it did not matter. Like a bullet, perfect arrow flight. And so what I learned from that is that wet natural material of that doeskin, it got damp and sticky. And I couldn't, and I shoot a low poundage bow. If I was shooting 60 pounds, you probably couldn't tell it. It'd snatch it out of my hand. But with this low poundage bow, I got to really have good back tension, and a slick release is a must with this low poundage. And I noticed after I figured that out, I got this out here, I can't miss. I am drilling out here, I'm telling you. This is 20 yards, and I actually got an assortment of 3 different kind of arrows right here, and I can wad them up down there. But that's one thing, you know, it's when stuff starts happening with your shooting and you know your form is on spot, don't panic. Just start doing it one step at a time till you figure it out. make sure I've been shooting with one knot thing on this bow, and I even tied another one on there thinking, well, maybe I'm pushing down or doing something, you know. So I tied a double knot point on there. Like I told you about the donkey. What you doing, girl? Jump up. Jump up, come on. All right, watch out. I have to take time for my girl anytime she shows. But it was, the glove had caused me the problems. The glove had caused me the problems. And there's nothing wrong with the glove. It's the humidity and sweating had made that glove lose its slickness, and it just got where I couldn't get off the string with it, with low poundage like I shoot. So, and I'm glad I didn't buy a bunch of them, because I had been looking at buying some different gloves, trying out. And I'm convinced with the low poundage that I shoot, and that's probably the key to it, the low poundage that I shoot, I've got to be able to get a slick release. And because of the humidity, and like when I go hunting next week, this entire glove will be wet. It'll be sweated down. And but this man-made stuff right here will still be slick. And so I mean, you know, my choice in gloves now, one feels good and the other one don't. And I also believe that the natural material glove, I was getting a much deeper hook because it's more pliable, whereas this is a little stiffer, and maybe I wasn't getting quite as deep of a hook. I can't shoot. I'm not one of those guys that can shoot with barely hooking the string, because it causes me a lot of pain. I mean, I'm kind of an older guy, and I have to do for comfort, and it hurts the back of my hand if I do that. So I have to get a good solid hook. And so I mean, you guys out there, I just wanted to share that with you, what I found out about gloves just yesterday and this morning. I came out here this morning because, you know, sometimes you'll shoot and do things and then find something that works. And so I didn't say nothing until I came out this morning and did it all over again with this glove, drilling down there. And I know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't want to just throw something out there that wasn't right. So I don't know, some people had told me what they thought this glove was, this bear paw right here. I cut this part off, it had a front part. But if any of you guys actually know the model of this bear paw, y'all come in and let me know. Some people said speed glove maybe. If that's correct, let me know, because I'm gonna buy another one of these. I really like it. And I'm gonna buy one of those American leathers, I believe, that has some sort of man-made stuff on it. And that's what I'm gonna get. Now, if there was no humidity, I wasn't sweated down, I wouldn't even have known that. And probably, if I just come outside and shot an hour, I wouldn't have figured that out. But since I spent most of the day, I was doing stuff in the yard, and I'd come back, sweat it down, and come back, and actually wore my glove a lot of times while I'd be out there doing stuff. And that's how I figured that out. So there you go, tip on a shooting glove if you live in the South, or maybe you get wet, you're hunting in rainy weather. Tip on a shooting glove right there. I hope that helps somebody. Y'all keep the good Lord first, and we'll see you next time.